I am founding partner of Clinical Document Engineering, a company providing services and solutions to healthcare providers for managing and sharing their clinical documents. So, who of you share documents at your organizations? Who of you with your? Everyone. And you take benefit of that, yes? Sure. So why not healthcare providers who share clinical documents in the same way? Maybe for the strong security and privacy requirements, yes, sure. But those should be requirements, not barriers, because if not, when patients move from the usual environment requiring a more specialized treatment or just traveling, the clinical documents are not available for new physicians, neither for themselves. But for changing that, not only patients and physicians are necessary, also healthcare providers must be involved, and traditionally they have not been disposed. But something has made change their point of view, especially in US. A US regulation for centers of Medicare and Medicaid, meaningful use. It has increased the use of electronic medical records and data and document standardization during the last 6 years. And despite of ending, a new regulation has been announced. The WHERE JP Morgan Healthcare Conference and the WHO Andy Slavitt CMS Acting Administrator help us to make an idea of what meaningful use has and will suppose for the investments on the healthcare IT. So, how providers are facing this challenge? Ones are asking all these software providers to fulfill that requirements, but without a central control. Others use their main software or ask their main software to act as a central document repository, but those softwares were not designed to achieve that goal. What does we propose? To use a specialized component in managing and sharing clinical documents. Same concept succeeded on medical images 20 years ago, using pictures archiving computer systems. So why not do the same with documents? There are already solutions on that field. Microsoft has a patient portal, Orion or InterSystems are able to create here in US country or state level document repositories. But anyway, on that, providers have to face alone the challenge of data standardization. And finally, those documents are located outside their boundaries because central repositories are proposed. Our approach is to connect providers' repositories, enabling to create bespoke sharing networks, and also enable the patient to download documents and giving him the power to share documents with who they decide. So, taking that approach, a team of 3 people began to work on that 2 years ago. Jaime Delgado, full professor at university, European Commission expert, and HL7 security group member. Josep Vilalta, physician, and Pico Open Modeling owner, a company providing interoperability services on the healthcare during the last 25 years. And myself, Marty Pamias, health information system designer and implementer. And we have created a tool that, despite of replace existing one, lets them focus on their main goal and help them to transform their output documents to be a standard. And then persist those documents on a vendor-neutral archive repositories together with security policy rules and audit trail messages. Offering document display services from non-structured PDF documents to high complex structured ones at any device. And going one step further, and enabling data analysis based on document content. Same concept that 3M does, but instead of just diagnosis, we solve document content. And how we do business. We have a plug-and-play solution. It can be deployed on cloud or on site. It can be both or pay-per-use at average cost of $9 forever, all included. And what we are doing here at US, we already have a partnership agreement with a company at Florida, Romanelli Consulting. We are looking for more partnerships agreements with companies here in US, already with customers in the healthcare IT. Now, meanwhile, try to find investors that will help us to scale. So, Sharing documents today cannot be an option. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid are establishing this as a requirement. If there are companies interested, our tool is a perfect tool to achieve, or a tool to achieve our goal. If you are interested on using or reselling that, contact us and sure we will get an agreement. Thank you.
Okay, you never told me that, and that's the first question in my mind.
Okay. Thank you for the advice.
I have a dumb question. Why would I do this when already there's something called Adobe Acrobat that makes any document into a PDF? Almost every single piece of software today can export whatever it is you're doing in PDF format, which is already recognized and interoperable across all platforms, all systems, and well understood.
Because less meaningful use for Centers of Medicare or Medicaid establish HL7 CDA, which is the standard format for representation of clinical documents to be used. So Centers for Medicare and Medicaid, I think here in US, are to be able to transform the PDF documents to be HL7 CDA. HL7 CDA can contain PDF, plus extra information for example, for the patient name, for the patient date, for the document type. So there is a standard document representation. This is HL7 CDA, and unless here, and I think also in Spain, if you are a healthcare, like if you are a healthcare organization, yes, I understand. Thank you.
I think my question is more about, I see that you're starting to partner with consulting groups, and I think that that may be a reasonable way to do it. I think we've seen in the US that even though there's been this push to standards, there are two very large suppliers of the medical record software that have been very large gating and blocking factors in getting other types of data sharing information into the hands of clinicians and hospitals. That's Cerner and Epic, obviously. It might actually make sense to see if there's work to be done with some of them, because their way of holding people off has been to say within hospital IT departments, hey, that's on our roadmap. So just hold on, we'll get there, and you should focus on what implementations you need to finish with us. And that it's made it very difficult for people. So to think about how you'll navigate and penetrate the market and be able to tell a little of that story to an investor here would be helpful.
Thank you for that.
My follow-up question was really on the partners as well. I mean, I have no idea who this company is in Florida. It's nice that you're working with them, but if they're a leading company in the area, it would be nice to know that. Or if this is just a small company that you're doing an initial beta with, you should say that, but it just kind of hangs there and doesn't tell me anything about whether that's meaningful to your business or not.
Okay.
Thank you.
So thank you.